Hey there YouTube, today I bring you a nice 18K stone, 3K metal, 7C4 base that works great with the new updates. You really can't beat this for the price and protection. This base has 6 separate loot rooms and 2 separate entrances with prison cell airlocks. All of that is around a central open courtyard where you can grow cloth. The prison cell airlocks, combined with a second floor observation area, gives you 360-degree visibility around your base, which makes it very hard for attackers to door camp you at all in this base. You can see in the video here how quickly I would spot someone if they were trying to door camp me. They might kill me in the airlock, but they wouldn't get my stuff. This base is also protected by 2 separate external tool cupboards. As long as you put a lock on both tool cupboards, raiders will have to capture both of them if they want to grief you, which means it takes 4 C4 to grief this base. There is no way that raiders will spend 4 C4 to grief a 7 C4 base. Since the 2 TCs are external, raiders will have to actually make a conscious choice to use 4 C4 to grief you, knowing they won't get any loot out of it. And nobody will do that unless you're really exceptional at making people mad at you. The inside layout of the base is fairly simple. There are 2 spacious loot rooms on the corners that do not have the airlocks, and then you can use the other 4 connecting squares to store loot as well. The way I place boxes and furnaces are just my suggestions. Notice that any wall between 2 loot rooms in this base should be upgraded to sheet metal. You should do this because the weak side of a stone wall is fairly easy to destroy with pickaxes, but the soft side of a sheet metal wall is actually very difficult to destroy with hand tools. Most raiders would probably use explosives instead of picking down a soft side sheet metal wall. You'll also notice that I put a few cheap wooden barricades on top of the roof. I have done this because there is no way to see if somebody is on top of the roof just waiting for you to walk out your door. As long as you see the wooden barricades poking through your roof, you'll know that nobody is up there. If someone destroys the barricades, they're cheap and you can just replace them, no problem. This base is a monster for the price. If you've never used a base with multiple small loot rooms before, it may take some adjustment, but stick with it because it is much safer. Come up with an organizational system that you like so you know where everything is. You may have noticed that I put colored signs above the 4 doors in the courtyard. A system like that works for some people. For example, you might remember that your lucky stone spear is in the box behind the purple door, so that when that Zerg clan runs by you can quickly gear up and handle some business. If you're still watching, I'm guessing you might be thinking about building the base in-game. So I'm going to give you a run through and fortify. This will be your best bet so you can get everything just right. I'm showing you the floor layout first and the placement of the TCs. The brown foundations you see are just twig and will be removed. To get the maximum TC coverage, you need to make sure your TCs are spaced exactly. You need to get the 2 TCs as close together as the game will allow, so that if one is destroyed, the other one will still protect the entire base. You don't need to build the base all at once, of course. I would recommend just starting it with the 1x2 section that you see I've enclosed with walls, along with a tool cupboard next to it. As I let the full base animation play, notice which sections should be upgraded to sheet metal, and let me briefly summarize the tool cupboard update. You can now place locks on TCs, so that if somebody wants to grief you, they have to destroy the TC and then build a new one. However, if they destroy and replace one of your TCs, your other TCs still retain priority in the order that they were built. So for this base, even if the raiders destroy your main TC, they have to destroy the second one as well, since priority will then shift to the second TC, which also has full coverage over the base. Now let me run through a quick raid test and discussion with you. This base provides just about equal protection no matter how you raid it. That's very important now with the twig update. I'll run through some numbers for a few different ways to raid the base and then let the test run. If you use C4 to blast your way through one of the prison cell gates and then destroy all the loot room doors, that's 8 C4. If you're willing to backwards pick a sheet metal door frame, you can save 1 C4 for that method. If you destroy one of the metal window bars in the 2nd floor and then destroy all the loot room doors from the courtyard, that's a bit more than 7 C4. A sheet metal window bar takes more than 1 C4, but much less than 2 to destroy it. If you can destroy the metal window bar with 1 C4 and then maybe a satchel or some grenades, that would make a bit more than 7 C4 for this method. I think the last good option would be to fire 4 rockets at each of the corners that do not have the airlocks. so that you can use 8 rockets to get into 4 of the 6 loot rooms. And you'll also destroy second floor sections that will allow you to get into the courtyard. From the courtyard, you can then use an additional 2 C4 to get into the last 2 loot rooms. That makes 8 rockets and 2 C4, which, in the amount of sulfur it uses, makes slightly more than 7 C4. However you rate it, it's about 7 C4. As I let the raid footage run, I want to finish by quickly making a couple points about the state of Rust base building. There have been some exciting changes in base building rules lately. I say exciting because whenever the building rules change, it forces us to change what we're doing to adapt, which I think keeps the game fresh. The 2 big changes are the twig update and then the TC update. I've already gone into the new TC rules. I do want to add though that I think a lot of people haven't realized just what a big change that has made in base building. It's so much easier now to build designs that are very impractical to grief. If you look at some of my older designs, you'll notice that I have a lot of external TC only bases. These bases are even more viable now with the new rules. There's now little reason to place massive honeycombing on a single main TC. You can simply have 4 or 5 overlapping TCs, each with a layer or 2 of protection. As long as you lock all of them, raiders need to take them all to grief you. The TC rule change allows you to spend less stone protecting your TCs. Now the twig update really changes base building in 2 ways. You now need an enclosed roof, no matter how tall the base is. And your loot rooms now need to be protected in all directions, from the top, sides, bottom. That second difference really shouldn't matter, because you already should have been splitting up your loot in small, 1x1 mini loot rooms anyway, because that's always been safest. Needing an enclosed roof does present a new challenge. You'll need more window bars and prison cell gates to adapt to that, and all of that is expensive in metal. As you're looking at new base designs, make sure you see enclosed roofs that still give you 360-degree observation around your base. This is one of my takes on adapting to the new changes, and I look forward to bringing you more. Thanks for watching.